Hey, it's Ken. SwitchSynthetics.com is where you can find me. And today I'm doing something kind of fun. For me, I love cars and trucks. So welcome to Under the Hood of number 39. I know I have a problem. This is my 39th vehicle. And I now have more cars than I am old. Or have had more cars than I am old. So this truck here is a 2019 F150 with a 5.0. It's an extended cab long bed with the heavy duty payload and heavy duty towing package. I got this truck to pull my little cargo trailer. I know it's only a 7x12 cargo trailer, but I'm tired of getting pushed on the hills here in Pennsylvania. So I figure I'd get a truck with a little bit of back pressure. Instead of the EcoBoost, the only thing that they don't have is engine braking. At least the 5.0 should have a little bit. At least I hope. We'll find out. This has the 10-speed with the 373 gears, locker, four-wheel drive. So it should be a nice work truck. I drove down to Virginia to pick this thing up and kind of was like in a hurry just to pick it up and trade in my other truck. I had a 2013 F150, regular cab, two-wheel drive, 3.7 V6. I picked it up cheap, so I couldn't complain. But I really need a four-wheel drive truck because of what I do and, going around all the different events and stuff. So found this one, picked it up just under 30 grand. Hopefully it does good for me. As you guys know, truck prices are crazy right now, so I kind of had to bite the bullet and go for it if it's what I really wanted. So what I'm going to do here, because I didn't really take the time that I should have while I was there, is I'm going to go over the truck on a couple things that I want to do just to make sure it's in good shape. And kind of like how we do for humans, we want to know if we're healthy or not, you go get blood work done. Well, not me, because I'm a sissy and I can't stand blood and needles, so I keep putting it off. So if I just fall over dead, you guys know why. But this truck here, we're going to do exactly that. I have an oil analysis kit, so I'll show you how that works. And we're going to be going over to the AMSOIL 5W20. This is product code ALM. This truck takes, I believe, 8.8 quarts. And we have the EAO 17 AMSOIL filter, good for 25,000 miles or 1 year, and it filters down to 20 microns. So really good filter, way better than stock. So we'll be doing that as well. It's not super hard to do any work on these trucks. You got tons of room under them for sure. Hopefully it works out to be a good work truck for me, and we'll kind of go from there. So what I'm going to do, just to see the background of the truck, like I said, I didn't do as much research on the truck like I should have. Now I'm outside. I don't have a garage like all you fancy people that have room to fit anything in. As you can see, my garage behind me is filled and is a complete disaster. Doing the AMSOIL business, I'm kind of out on the road sometimes, going to events and car shows. Haven't really had many this year that I've been to yet. Everything's been getting rain delayed, like the flashlight drags. And Max Motive Auto Show was just canceled this past Sunday. I have a couple events coming up, so I want to get everything ready to go for the events. So I don't, like, if it starts raining or you hear cars driving by, beeping horn, whatever, this is all live here. So like I said, I didn't take a good look at this truck whenever I bought it, which I'm really kicking myself in the butt for. I found the air filter was completely dirty, so I just ordered a new one from AMSOIL. We do sell Wix filters. So I'm going to let it limp through for the next 2 or 3 days until I get that one in. I could just go down to the parts store, but figure I sell the products, so I might as well use everything that we have. So I just ordered that today. It'll be here in 2 or 3 days, tops. The other couple things with the truck that I've found is, the tires are bald. I'm pretty sure they were never rotated. It has 66,000 miles on it. So it looks like might have been a fleet truck from Canada and just ran and never really maintained. So I'm going to catch up on all that stuff. But what I really want to make sure is that nothing's hurt on the truck. Now, you can get all the Carfax and stuff like that you want, but the only real way to find out what's going on is, do an oil sample. Here's the oil pump that we have from AMSOIL, and then in here is our sample kits. This is KIT01. I could put all the product codes in a description here on the YouTube video, but all it is a little sample kit. Now we don't use local people for this, you know, like some places like Caterpillar and whatnot, you can do oil analysis. I don't know how it is in every area. This is from Oil Analyzers. I believe they're a part of Polaris Labs, I think is the name of it, but I'm not sure. It's just Oil Analyzers Inc. So it's not AMSOIL, it's a third party. There's the sample kit. Here is the paperwork that you can fill out and do. You can also make an account online. And why I like this kit is you just put everything into an envelope here and stick it back in the mail. That's it. Throw it right in there. Put the label on it. This kit is prepaid, so you just put it right in your mailbox. So that's why I like this one. So all this stuff I'll fill out later. Shove it right there. For the oil analysis kit, now I just ran the truck, so it is still warm. For this, we have your little sample cup, screws right on, so you're good to go. And then you have your hose. Now if you order the pump, we do sell a certain amount of hose. What I like to do too is whenever you put the hose through, you stick the hose not super far, but just a little bit, so you're not contaminating the pump itself. The pump runs off a vacuum, so you're not actually getting anything through the pump. And everything will go into your container, so you're not worried about having to clean the pump out, because it'll all go, you know, right into the to the system. Now the other thing is I have a ton of hose here. So if you use the pump a lot and you need new hose, because you should change it every time, we do have the replacement hose, which is G1571. So we do have the replacement hose. But what I like to do is make sure that I have enough here. Got to get this thing to see my ugly mug again, so it follows me. I have a DJI gimbal and a MOVO, I guess. So that's the mic that you hear. So if anyone wants to know what I'm using for that, that's what it is. These trucks are kind of tall, so I do have my ladder. What I like to do is fish this down the dipstick tube and then cut off what I don't need, so maybe I have enough for another sample. So we'll pull the dipstick out. The reason why you do this instead of trying catching it, this makes sure that you're getting a good clean sample out of the engine, and you're not, you know, trying to catch gunk and dirt that's coming off of you know, any of the oil contaminated down around the drain plug, or as this truck has, the cross member is right below there. So as soon as you take the plug out, it's going to be one of those goofy things where it's going to run all over that. So I just get enough here where I'm down in the engine. I'll actually cut that off and then redo my pump here. And that way I have probably enough to do one more car. I do the oil analysis on all of my cars just so you guys can see the reports if you ever ask me. Because I do abuse my cars. I tow, do all kinds of crazy stuff, beat the living snot out of them. So try and get this pump to go here. There we go. I didn't have it tight. I was wondering why I was squeaking. It's air coming through. So just give it a couple pumps. It might be too deep into the part of the engine where it's kicked back up. There we go. So I had too much hose in there. I thought I put a lot in. But you can see once it gets the vacuum going, it just pulls on the oil. I have real bad ADHD, so of course I'm not going to sit here and wait. And this truck looks like it just had an oil change done when I bought it. So this oil, I have no clue on how many miles are on it, but I can tell right now it's got a lot of air bubbles in it. So it probably already has some sort of oxidation going on already. These trucks are direct injection, so they're hell on oil. You have high pressure fuel getting pushed into the engine, and it can get past the fuel can get past the piston rings, and when it does that, it dilutes your oil and makes the viscosity thin out, makes the oil basically wear out a lot faster. So what I did is I got it right to the fill line, and then I unscrewed it to let air back into the system. And now if you see, that's the sample, and there's one little drop of oil on there for me shaking it. So now all I gotta do is wipe off that little bit, and then this will be good for the next vehicle. Don't drink the sample. And I'll just fill out the information, put that in the mail, and we'll find out, you know, how good that oil was. So now I'm going to go through and do the oil change. I just wanted to show you guys what the extra stuff is for the oil analysis. It's not that expensive. The reason why I use the AMSOIL one that we sell isn't because, you know, I'm not against anybody else, but I did hear that there are some other brands out there that aren't actually accredited labs. So a lot of you guys use them, and they've actually been doing things that shouldn't be done by guesstimating on things and then not really going by the facts. So, you know, that's the reason why I use this lab. It's a third-party lab, so they're not affiliated with AMSOIL. They're not trying to rig the reports in your favor. You know, they can tell the AMSOIL product because there's certain markers in the oil. So there's actually additives that they can add. So whenever they do the oil analysis, it's almost like reading DNA. They can, you know, see what brand it is and, you know, see how it's wore out and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. A lot of neat stuff with oil analysis, and that's why I use that kit. It's just cheap and easy for me. I throw it right in the mail, don't have to worry about it, and I like using the pump and doing it the right way. So if you have any more questions on the oil, what to get for your vehicle, I'll have a link in the comments that'll have, you know, the lookup guide. You can use that. If you can, please support, you know, using my links. It does help. Every new customer helps. Business accounts, we do have those. Anybody wants to become a dealer, I can help you with that. And also I have a preferred customer program, so you can buy AMSOIL at 25% off, and I ship it right to your house. If you have any other questions, feel free to hit me up, switchsynthetics.com. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok. I think I'm on it all. But, you know, I'm here to answer all your questions and help you out as much as I can. I'm going to crawl under this beast and see what else I can find on it and do the oil change real quick. As you can see, here's the factory oil, you know, the dipstick. It's not really burnt up or anything. So the oil change was just done not long ago. Like I said, I don't know how many hours or miles are going to be on this oil sample, but I can say how many miles are on the truck, and all that stuff will be on the report whenever I fill it out. So the oil analyzers will be able to say, you know, this is average wear for this truck or whatnot. They won't really be able to tell much from a short run of an oil sample. Usually you want to trend things over time, and I'll start doing that whenever I'm using the AMSOIL, which I will do a 25,000 mile or 1 year change on this truck. I have no problem pushing the AMSOIL that far. And if you guys want to see the sample with that, you know, follow along until next year. I've been pushing this oil pretty far. I've done it on my EcoBoost Expeditions, EcoBoost F150s. I have a couple Subarus, a Volkswagen Tiguan, so you can see all those videos too on, you know, the oil changes I'm doing, and if you want to see the oil reports, I'll send them to you. You know, just shoot me a text or an email and I can help you out. Again, switchsynthetics.com. We're going to get the AMSOIL switched over into this F150, and if you know any cool events in around Pittsburgh area or that are, you know, an hour or two away, let me know. I'm interested in setting up the AMSOIL cargo trailer. It's kind of like a little showroom on wheels, so I can be out there and help you guys. And this will be the next rig until I can find that Grumman van on air ride. You know, one of these days, a little 6.0 LS swap or something like that, maybe a 6.2, you know, never know. See how much you guys order off me. Maybe I'll get there one day. Maybe a Cummins or Dormax swap into one of those, what are they, the G20s or P20s, get the single rear wheel instead of the dual wheel. Well, maybe I will do the dual and then make it slicks. And then I'll haul AMSOIL down a drag strip. Thanks for being great customers. Let me know if you guys need anything. SwitchSynthetics.com. See you later.